All right, we are all here. Cool. Welcome, everyone, to the inaugural session for Undying Corruption, a 5e campaign in the world of Dangguk, created by Nine Heavens Press. Happy to be here with a bunch of fabulous players. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to do a quick roundtable, let them introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Shawk, who is right below me. Whatever you want to say. It's your show. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, and just tell us who you'll be playing today. Cool. Thank you very much. And we'll get into that a little bit more later on. Next, we have Bryan.
A stone totem, green totem, that was brought to life. And my class is a Warlock with the Sujin patron.
Great. Thank you. There was a bit of echo for me when you were talking. Did anyone else hear that? Or is it just me? Might have just been me then. And I also forgot to hit the volume button on my recording here until halfway through your little spiel, Bryan. I'm sorry, Shawk. I missed you. We'll get to you again at the end of the session. Sorry about that. Next, we have Keiffxr.
So, Keiffxr, go by Keiffxr. Variety streamer. You can find me on pretty much any social with the same name you got up here. I will be playing Tech Jiho. He's changing after this session, so he's going to be a drunk wrestling bard Dokkaebi.
All right, cool. Thank you. And next we have Min.
Hi, I'm Mel, and I do not currently wish to be perceived on socials. That might change in the future. But I'm going to be playing Mian, who is a young dwarf monk ready to have an adventure and definitely not get traumatized.
No trauma in this game.
No, definitely not.
All right, thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have Wilson.
Hey there. I'd like to keep my digital footprint fairly small, so no socials on that one. But I'm here playing a Sangun, which is like a humanoid tiger fighter. Once I reach 3rd level, I'll become a dead-eyed archer, so to speak. And I want all the smoke.
All right. Thank you, Wilson. And that brings us to the first scene. We'll dive straight in. Give me a second here while I find my PDF. There we go. All right. The 5 of you stand outside the gates of a rather large hanok. Clearly someone important lives in this cluster of buildings. It is raining, and it is the dead of night. And you've all been summoned here for a purpose that only a Mudang could address. You have been asked to perform an exorcism of the Lord's wife. You don't know much more than that. You are relatively new in town. This is a town of Unsun, sorry. It is a smaller, well, for this area, it's probably a mid-sized village. Mainly, this whole area is predominantly dwarven. But as the mines have essentially dried up, the silver and the ores have all been excavated. By this time, a lot of the dwarves have moved to a more agriculture-based livelihood, and they formed these little villages as such, and this is one of them. The Lord, however, is human, and as I mentioned, you have all been summoned in the dead of night to perform an exorcism on his wife. As you stand, though, at the outside of this gate, of this hanok, in the rain, cold, waiting to be let in, can you take a moment, please, and each describe your characters and how you might have ended up here together as members of the Black Bear clan? And I will again start with Hye-Yoon.
So sorry, I had just a small bit of lag because, of course, I did. In what you were asking me to do.
Oh, just asking you to introduce your character and how you ended up being here. Whoops. And how you ended up being a member of the Black Bear clan.
Yeah. Hye-Yoon is on the younger side for Noru, these like deer-like centaur fae creatures, and came by the clan, really being brought by an elder, greatly respected and revered, who once possessions started taking place for Hye-Yoon within her in this process of becoming either succumbing to it or becoming a Mudang herself, was shepherded by an elder of her clan and brought to those who might know more and those who might be a welcome place for the type of gifts and devils that lie within this work. So, away from her people, probably a fairly new, recent add to the clan. Hye-Yoon is pretty small. She actually gets mistaken for a child or a young teenager, and here in the rain has refused to take off any sort of the clothing and drapes around her more human top, preferring them just to be soaked. Her antlers have bits and baubles tied to them, and she probably honestly like jingles slightly. There's a lot of things tied around in places for those hands to reach, to use, or bits that she's collected on her travel, but really hasn't experienced much of the world at all.
Cool. Thank you so much for that introduction. Next we have Jangseung.
We're just really happy to be here. You see a 6 foot tall, solid stone character. He's got a chiseled in top bun. His ears are also pretty wide and chiseled as well. He's got large canine teeth that stick out sideways, almost reaches his chin or their chin. We go by we, they pronouns. Um, I guess you could say we're naked. We don't have clothes, but no, don't need to worry. We're not showing anything off here. But on our chest, we do have like the Hanja writing of the word justice going down. Um, Going back to he's only less than a day old. We joined the clan for this specific purpose of performing this exorcism. We were brought in by our Jangseung Saja patron, that is the mother of the clan, and I'm just happy to be in the team.
Cool. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Looks like Atak is AFK, so we're going to move on to Min.
All right. Sort of using, I don't know, like, do they have umbrellas here? Like some oilcloth thing to sort of keep the rain off their head is someone who normally would not be a strange sight here. They're a young dwarf, clean shaven with a short cut, black hair, and rather nice clothes, it must be said. Like they're not, it's like just it's cotton and with some sashes and stuff, but anyone who knows like well made clothes can tell they're well made. Um as Mian watches um this house, judging the angles and construction of it, waiting to be let in. Um, they sort of flash back to the first time they put their ear to a house and heard something not normal. Um, and sort of the worry on their father's face when that happened. Um, and they also flash back to saying goodbye to their mentor, G, who lives a few villages away from here. Um, they've been training under G, who's also a member of the Black Bear clan, learning martial arts and the ways of Mudang. And um, despite the dour circumstances, um, they also appear to be very happy to be here, um, almost bouncing on their heels.
All right. Happy Mudang. In the rain, about to perform something horrible. But anyway, okay. That is excellent. Thank you, Min. And last but not least, we have, sorry.
We have two.
Oh, we have two. Sorry. I have to go back. I'm going to go back to Atak Chiho.
Atak Chiho is a 4'2" Dokkaebi. He is kind of bouncing around, but not in like so much of a happy tone, but more of like a menacing. He knows very well that his people project a certain feeling towards other clan members, and he came to the Black Bear clan basically kind of ushered in because somebody saw the potential in him if he would just focus his energy on like the good. But he's sitting there like tipping things over and trying to find things to mess with, fiddle around, kind of like an ADD kind of manner. And it's not so much like evil, but more like this could be fun if like this broke.
All right. Thank you, Atak Chiho. And last but not least, I'm sorry, Ham Kang-Dae. I think you might be muted.
Keiffxr is a Sangun, so he's a humanoid tiger.
Oh,
big
wet
humanoid
cat.
tiger. Very
Oh
like
no.
broad, he's like 6'4", like easily 250 pounds worth of like just rage, and he got like I would say he got his Mudong symptoms probably around about 20ish years old. Had a bit of an incident, and is now was recruited sort of like a stray from Song Ji-hoo. Just like she found him, and it was like, you know, she could channel this angry cat. It's like, you know what, I could redirect that and make into something that could maybe resolve some of his issues, but also finding like purpose as well in the clan. But yeah, he's a bit rough around the edges, but immaculate fur. Just like even in the rain, it's like it almost just like beads off the fur, and just
Aw.
like he kind of just like occasionally does a shake like an animal would do, and then just get everyone else around him just soaked. But he's like all shiny coat and everything.
Very
Jangseung is
nice.
unfazed by the rain. I don't.
Mm.
I don't actually blink either. Wanna put that out there?
It's a little unnerving. Anyway, thank you for all your introductions. And as I mentioned before, you are all members of the Black Bear clan brought together by Song Ji-hoo, an emissary of Princess Bari, the goddess of the departed. And as members of the Black Bear clan, you have been ordained with the responsibility to assist and guide mortals in their passing to the spirit world, and at the same time, appease those spirits who might be restless, so that they can move on and into the next cycle of their life. So as you stand there in the rain, some of you more bothered by the rain than others, you finally hear small footsteps approaching the gate from the other side. The door opens with a slight creak, and you see on the other side a dwarf. See if to load up. There she is. This little dwarf, in a nice little burgundy-ish servant's hanbok, just kind of opens the door slowly for you, looks out at each of you, look a little bit of intimidated look on her face, but she bows and ushers you into the courtyard and guides you into the closest building, directing you, of course, to take your shoes off as you do so. Stepping into the building, you notice first of all, although there are some lanterns lit outside, the building you are in right now is dark. There are no candles, no lanterns lit. However, you do see behind a screen on the far side of the building a room from which candlelight seems to be flickering. The dwarf servant guides you to that door and slowly slides it open. On the other side, you see Lord Wan. If I can see it here. Is that his name? That's him. There we go. An officious-looking man, obviously a young bun, a member of the higher caste in society, look upon you with both high expectation, worry, concern, and a little bit of suspicion. He motions you to come inside, and as you do so, the dwarf's maid closes the door behind you. He motions for you to take a seat in front of him.
I think Mian sits very properly, does a customary bow and greeting, and sits. still a little bouncy, but very, very straight backed, very good posture. Um,
His
I also,
gaze. Sorry, go ahead.
I also sit down pretty properly. I'm stone body, so I'm just like very nice and tall and stiff as well.
I don't think I can sit, but I will give a very deep bow and probably just kind of be near that doorway.
can like kneel like
I,
a.
I too bow, but I do walk through and sit. Shoes were not removed because I'm not wearing any, so I'm just kind of through the. I mean, it's customary to remove shoes, had there been shoes, but and there's no wherewithal. I don't care. Mud's getting everywhere.
Great.
No shoe gang.
And Kang-Dae, you're probably, I mean, you do have very beautiful slick fur, but you're probably the most moist of the bunch.
Definitely
And-
shaking it.
All right.
Oh no.
He's noticed that there's a small like puddle kind of forming beneath you. But Lord Wan does not seem disturbed by that at all. He, as his gaze pans across the five of you, resting momentarily upon each of you as he does so, he gives a curt nod to you and says, "You're punctual. Good. Now, listen, you lot. I'm not a fan of Mudang. You and your witchcraft are... But I'm desperate.
Well, that's okay. Hopefully, we can change your mind. We're here with we're represented as a Black Bear clan, so we're here to help you with some services that you requested.
He looks at you momentarily and says, weren't... He's about to say something, as if he momentarily recognizes you, but then he thinks better of it and bites his tongue.
I just stare blankly back at him.
um, men is wise for their age, but they do not have insight proficiency, so this somewhat goes over their head, and they just concentrate on, sir, why are you so desperate? Please tell us all the details.
Well, you are all Mudang, are you not? Members of this so-called Black Bear clan?
Yes.
Well, I know nothing about your archaic... I know nothing about your archaic ways, witchcraft, but nothing else seems to have worked in terms of finding a cure for my wife. I shall have no funny business from you. Let me be clear on that.
I scoff.
Well, spirit possession itself is what I would consider funny business, but we will do our best to make it as quick and painless as possible. It looks up with these big brown earnest eyes.
We don't think of possession as a sickness necessarily, but it's just a temporary passing of the spirit. So they just got stuck a little bit. So we're here to help them out.
You can see, despite his stern appearance and his rather critical assessment of Mudang, he started to bite his nails. And he just kind of, until you notice his fingernails have been bitten down, like, so there's nothing left, just stubs. He realizes, he catches himself doing this, and he kind of tucks his hand beneath his robes, straightens himself out a bit, and says, well, My wife, she is asleep in the next room. It was her that asked for your assistance. Let it be clear, it was not me. She has high hopes for you, so I beg you, please, save her.
It's my first day, but I'll do my best. I take out my book that says your beginner's guide to being a Mudang, and I flip through the pages and get ready to put this task at hand.
I put my paw on the book and just push it away. And then I shake my head.
Lord Juan, is there any other information, anything leading up, any details you can give us?
He passes a quick glance over at. Can I just say Jeong? Is that okay, or do you want me to say Jeong Dangsung? The whole thing, or how would you?
Dangsung's fine.
Dangsung. Okay.
Yeah.
He takes a quick look at Dangsung as he pulls out this book, Beginner's Guide, Mudang for Dummies kind of thing, and he's just like, he's just kind of shaking his head a little bit, but it turns back to you. Just give me a moment. It's going to take me a moment to remember all your names here. Hye-Yoon. And says, the possession only happens when she is asleep. And it comes most often at midnight.
I think I read that somewhere.
What time is it now? Do we know?
It is just a few moments before midnight.
Oh, does he have a water clock?
So please, there's not much time left before the possession takes place. And he reaches out with one hand and slides back a panel to reveal a woman lying on the floor surrounded by candles.
Is the floor stone?
It is wood, bamboo.
Ooh, a bit of a fire hazard.
Mm-hmm. Lord Juan.
Sorry. What? Can you remind me what Mudang techniques we all have?
I think you should have been able to choose one of them to start with.
Okay. I did not realize that until now, but
I have anti-possession techniques.
Okay. Let's see.
And Andrew, I think you allowed possession resistance to double with that? Or
yep.
No?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to clear that with you.
Yep.
Well,
I go to the Lord, what was his name again?
Lord Juan.
Lord Juan. I go to Lord Juan and ask him, how are you with keeping a steady beat?
Oh, he looks at you a little confused, like, oh, what do you mean?
I take out my hand drum, the jango, and I give it to him. I hand it to him. I need you to play this while I get ready for the ceremony, for the ritual. Would you be able to do that? Keep a steady beat?
He looks a little confused. He holds the instrument and he just, this is not something you would be. And he starts awkwardly banging on this thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay.
Does anyone have read psychometric resonance or something, or as a technique.
Is that basically touch objects
Yeah.
and read a psychic impression?
Yeah.
I'm going around pasting the talisman papers around the room in preparation
Okay.
for
Um,
the ritual.
Min is just closely examining the architecture, like,
Just tossing some salt on the ground.
sort of listening to the wood.
Okay. What is Atak and Hye-Yoon doing?
Well, they're like gathering around the body. Atak kind of walks up and pokes the lady's forehead. Just kind of shakes his head, and then you hear some sloshing and pouring of liquid, and then he just takes a drink of something.
I think Hye-Yoon is getting her beads out. She is preparing, trying to remember the right things to say, stuff that she has been taught. Getting closer to the woman on the floor.
All right.
I can do exorcism. But I guess we don't sense anything yet.
I ask.
Does anyone have spirit sense?
I have spirit sensitivity from my background.
Each of you
whenever
can make an insight check.
Okay. Great. 12.
Good. Within 60 feet, if I should be able to detect a celestial fiend or undead.
All right.
So they have to succeed a stealth check against my passive perception.
Which is?
Is a good question. 12.
Okay. So this is what happens. Hye-Yoon, you're the only one who is able to see something. As you pull your prayer beads out and you look upon the sleeping body of So-Hyun, you notice a chill kind of emanating from her body, and you can see as she breathes, the air, it's like a mist, as if she's breathing, as if she's in a refrigerator almost, and you can see her breath. And
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jangseung, you feel an undead presence approaching.
I go to Lord One. Is there anything specific that she does when she's possessed?
He's still banging on this thing that you gave him. He's not quite sure, as he's watching the spectacle in front of him, he's not quite sure what's going on. But he's kind of got wide eyes, and he sees his wife kind of breathing with this, like as if she's cold. And she just complains of horrible dreams, horrible nightmares of being murdered.
That's intense.
So, well, being murdered is a pretty good reason to stick around and cause trouble for people.
Do you notice that? And Hye-Yoon's her nose starts twitching as she senses this, that chill and then that cold, almost mist start pouring out. You all?
There is definitely a presence here
Yes.
along the body.
It is getting a bit chilly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can all feel it. It's almost like a reverberation in the air. Your heightened spiritual senses, Mudang, you can feel the atmosphere shifting as a force surrounded by dark gravity seeps through the walls and ceilings of this bedchamber. And the entire temperature of the room drops about 10 degrees. You are not alone in this room any longer. And you can hear Lord Wan say, Dear, are you okay? Do something.
Can I use my... Do I have time to do an action before anything?
Go ahead. What would you like to do?
I want to use my Hallowed Guardian feature as a Jangseung. As an action, you can choose up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus 2. These creatures receive 1d4 temp HP and advantage on saving throws against Charmed or Frightened for 1 minute. Can I cast that on... Who's squishy in our group? Not to get meta, but...
I mean...
I'll put it on Hye-Yoon.
I feel pretty squishy.
Yeah, I'll put it on Hye-Yoon. Can I put it on myself, too?
Yeah, I think so. Target 2 creatures.
Okay.
Your creature or something.
Yeah, I'll put it on me and Hye-Yoon.
Aren't you made of stone?
That's not very squishy. But, if you know all the weak points, it's quite easy to break.
Yeah, but I'm like Gumby. Gumby stone.
All right.
Can I cast an exorcism?
Cast an exorcism.
Oh, yes. I'll use my
Can I...
charisma modifier for that one.
Well, the thing is, you know that there's a presence in this room, but there is no possession yet. It's just, it has not entered her body. It is there, but it has not entered her body yet.
All right. Premature for me.
But you're ready.
Ready.
Yeah. I think Mina has one hand on their gong, but they're also looking around the room. Can I make a carpenter's tools check to spot any weird irregularities that might be happening in this house?
Sure, go ahead. Yep.
Okay. All right, like perception, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be perception. Yeah, or investigation, actually.
No, I'm not book smart.
Okay.
Can I have advantage because of my familiarity with wooden structures?
You already have your proficiency bonus because of your skill, your tool proficiency.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Wow, that's not very good. Perception is a... Let's see. +5. That's still not very good. 8.
Oh, okay. Even with that +5, unfortunately, perhaps it's the distractions of the chilly air, the presence of something dark, foreboding in this room that kind of throws off your attention. You're unable to
and
really
all
discern.
the prayer slips put
Mhm.
around.
Exactly. They're covering the
Yeah.
walls that you're trying to investigate. But,
Oops, sorry.
and there's puddles of water on the
Inside.
floor. How can you? All right.
As a bonus action, I will also do assimilate weapon. As a bonus action, you can assimilate the shape of any weapon you're holding into your arms. You can change out the weapon's damage type to bludgeoning. In addition, they deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage. So I have a staff in one hand and a dagger in the other, in preparation for my ritual, as long with any dangers that pop up. So now I have a staff and a knife that's been assimilated into my body.
Cool. I love
Draw my bow.
All right.
It's like, yeah, all right. Wait, is this what happening? Okay.
Okay. And Lord Wands is looking around the room, sees you guys pulling out your weapons, says, "Don't kill my wife. I just asked you to exorcise her."
We
This
are.
is part of the ritual. It's all good. Don't worry. It's in the book. It's what I gotta do. It's okay. Trust
You
me.
gotta relax. We got this.
Yeah.
All right. And just as you say that, it's almost as if all the air in this room gets sucked out. And she jolts upright.
You guys feel that?
Her eyes open,
Yeah.
She's awake.
and she says in a strange voice, "Breathe. I cannot breathe." And you can see her choking as if she's unable to breathe. And her body starts to violently spasm in front of you.
I look at Kang-Dae and I look at him and go, is it time to exercise?
Yeah. Go ahead. I start doing a mudang dance. Like hopping up and down,
We all start to do dance in unison.
like shaking my weapons up and down, doing like a mudang dance ritual.
Yeah.
Can I do? I'll put on my regalia of the Death God class feature as a warlock. I put on the uniform of the Jangseung Saja. It's a all black hanbok kind of looking thing with a tall Korean top hat look with a skinny brim. And it's just all straight black. Covers me up. And then it says, the shadows wrap around your body. It's no warmth. But the chilling mist of the graveyard, you gain the following benefits. So I get a bunch of benefits. And then I will use my action to do a anti-possession techniques. So Train Mudang can use a sheer or if that's okay with you. I don't know if for initiative or anything.
Yeah, actually, let us do that. Let us roll for initiative because this is happening.
This is happening.
How does one?
There we go. I have to
roll
put.
initiative?
There we go.
Wow. These dice
Oh.
are not my friends.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
7.
All right, I'll put you in at 7.
What did
Oh
I
my
do?
gosh.
I don't know what I got. I just rolled a d20.
You got a 1.
I clicked the roll and
Yeah, both
What did
you
I get? I must have
and
got-
Kang-Dae got 1.
oh
Nice.
damn, it is not great today.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the possessed So-Hyun will go first. And as she is sitting there, she's just sat bolt upright, and she's like gasping. She says, "I cannot breathe." She looks around the room, scans it quickly, sees Lord Wan, and rushes at him with uncanny speed. Each of you, since you are it's a pretty small room, and you are effectively between her and him, you can each get an opportunity attack if you like, or an action, or a reaction if you like at this point.
Can I attempt to grapple her?
Yes, you
With
could.
attack her?
Like, Yeah. Okay, cool. Do I have to hit first, or is it just an athletics check?
It'll be an athletics check.
Okay, dice. You have not rolled so well, but I'm gonna trust you.
Oh.
Well, not great. That's just a 10.
A 10, and this is. I rolled
No,
a.
a 9. Sorry.
Okay, that still beat her 4. So you managed to grapple.
Yeah. I'm a dwarf again, so I like have both hands around one leg. Just incredible center of gravity.
Okay.
So low and so stable.
All right.
All right.
So,
You gotta send her to the combine. She's going to the combine.
all right. So Min has managed to stop So-Hyun from reaching her husband. What would the rest of you like to do? I'm just actually going to go down the initiative order in terms of reaction. So, Attack, what would you like to do? If you would like to do anything in your reaction?
I guess I would help Min hold down. Sorry, the possessed Lee So-Hoon.
All right. With 2 of you, you can easily hold her in place. She's not that strong, even while possessed. So the 2 of you can easily hold her. Hye-Yoon, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh gosh. I was going to attempt to also help hold her, but seeing that role has already been taken, could I?
It's gonna dogpile on her.
Yep.
Yeah, we all hold her. I'd like to angle myself just like in between them holding her down and Lord Juan. I've got a wide berth, so hopefully that helps.
Can you make a religion check for me, please? A religion.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
17.
All right. Your familiarity with your connection with the spirit world as a Mudang, you know that through this possession, there is another spirit within her that you might be able to communicate with, and you can see it reaching out almost. Her face almost changes every once in a while, as if you can see another person's face coming through, and the voice that she speaks with is not her own. It's several octaves lower.
Yeah, I would love to attempt to speak with it. I think Hye-Yoon just sort of nods her head towards the possessed and what has brought you here?
You can see the gasping for air has stopped as it turns to address you and just has this look of sheer hatred and malevolence in her eyes. And it says, the spirit, "My name is Han Byung-jun, and I will drag everything that you have stolen back with me to my grave."
All right, pretty
Intense.
intense. Can
Definitely
everyone,
possessed.
or is it just Hye-Yoon?
Well, you're the one that addressed the spirit, so it's the one that this is what he turns to address you immediately. But then, as soon as he finishes speaking that brief sentence, continues to try and struggle fruitlessly against the Dokkaebi and Dwarf that are holding her back.
Yeah. Do I get to do anything else, or are we moving?
No,
initiative
that's it.
order.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? That was just a quick.
For my notes specifically, can you say the name again so I can write it down?
It was. I'll put it in alchemy. I'll write it down there.
Even
Was
better,
it
then I
on
won't misspell it.
Hyungjin?
I'm using
Is
the
that
wrong
in
keyboard.
notes or handouts? Notes.
I'll just put it in messages on Byung-jun. June. There we go.
Right, June.
Yeongjun.
And you said it was like a male voice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems like it.
And something else you notice. I'm going to move on to Jangseung now, but you all notice as she has gained consciousness, being possessed by this spirit, as she was like choking and gasping for air, her hair has suddenly turned wet, and her clothes seem as though it's drenched, and there's pools of water forming amongst the puddles that have been left by you as you came in from the rain.
My turn.
It is indeed.
I'm doing my Mudang dance, and then I do the anti-position techniques. So I need to roll a nature check, I guess. I have a separate thing, so I'll do a nature. And then against DC 10 plus the CR of the possessing spirit. On a success, the creature reappears in a space adjacent to the target they had been possessing and must roll initiative.
I accidentally cast guidance, didn't mean to.
Oh, did you want to get your... the guidance is going to be too late for this exorcism.
Yeah, I just accidentally clicked it, but I was thinking about it for next time.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you throw all of your will and your spiritual strength at this malevolent spirit possessing this poor woman, it turns to face you and simply laughs in the most hauntingly disturbing laugh. And as she laughs in your face, you can see water and mud kind of coming up from her throat as this kind of this spittle just kind of thrown into your face.
Lord Juan, you got to keep a better steady beat. What are you doing?
You look around, and Lord Juan has booked it. He's out of this room.
Oh, God, don't run away, you coward!
You took my drum! You took my drum!
I get her... how far is he, honestly?
No, seriously, he just basically, he just opened the door, and he's booked. He just saw it when she came lunging for him. His reaction was to get out of there.
Oh, man.
God damn it.
I was gonna interrogate his ass right there and then.
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us to who is rule 7? That would be Min. But you're doing your grapple, so I'm gonna skip you and go on to
okay.
Kang-Dae.
Kang-Dae?
Yeah. Can I yell?
Yes, you can yell.
Anyone! Where's the nearest body of water?
All right, you do hear footsteps outside after you make that announcement that to the entire Hanok is pretty much woken up by now. Kang-Dae, what would you like to do?
Is Lord Juan catchable within this turn?
Yes, if you want, you can leave the room and catch him easily.
I'm booking it to him, just like this this. How dare you? Just like, I feel something.
Oh my God!
I'm chasing him down.
Getting chased down by a 6'4" tiger man. If he's
Lord Juan,
man's gotta lose his.
You got some explaining to do.
All right, go ahead and you can catch him easily and make an athletics check if you want to grapple him.
Sure. I'm just gonna like grab him by the collar and drag him back into the room. If I can get this athletics check, just roll my dice. This digital stuff is really screwing me up.
Make sure he still has my drum.
10 plus 5, 15.
Wow, I rolled a 16. Sorry, he evades your grasp.
So basically, I'm imagining his robe just like slips. I just got the robe, and it's just that. It's like, what the?
Yep, and he just see him. He's dropped the drum. He's just kind of thrown off to one side. You ripped his robe off of him, and he's just looking back at you, sheer terror in his eyes as he's just running out into the rain now.
And I look at him and just go. I'm like, come on, bro, just no. You can't. If you can't, you can't hide from me. You can't hide from that.
And I think I missed Atak. I'm so sorry about that. What would you like to do?
Is it me?
I think Atak is. I think.
Oh,
Diego
yeah.
is also grappling.
He's grappling.
All right, that's right. He's grappling as well. The two of you are grappling. That's right. All right. So next round, each of you, Atak and Min, please roll an athletics check as Hye-Yoon tries to break free from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh. What? That's a 4.
All right. Well, you're rolling effectively with advantage with the two of you. I rolled a 3, so you're good. He's not going anywhere. But you notice as she struggles, she's desperately trying to chase her husband out of the room until finally she just screams after him, "One Songju." And after that, her head just slumps forward and she falls asleep.
Oh.
I stop dancing and I look around like, did it work?
I jump up and like, we did it!
Guys, this is we didn't do it.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Man looked really excited
it.
for a moment, then just wilts. Yeah, that didn't feel like not that I've ever experienced a spirit leaving, but
That was a hollow victory. She'll be back tomorrow midnight at most.
well, we should probably catch the Lord, shouldn't we? I think he has some explaining to do.
We need to. He's responsible for this shenanigans, for sure.
Maybe the employees and are there any other employees in this estate?
They are asleep for the most part. It's just mainly the dwarf that greeted you and Lord Juan. But you see Lord Juan, he's outside in the middle of the courtyard, getting drenched, just watching with absolute terror back at the building.
I'm gonna strut down to him, like, not menacingly, but directly.
I think Min is going to try to find the servant who greeted us, and maybe ask her some questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and intimidate Lord Juan to give me answers.
All right. Well, okay. So that's what you two are doing. What are the rest of you doing? What is Hye-Yoon doing?
I think Hye-Yoon is going to stay with the wife here, prepare some smelling salts and little things out of all of the vials and things that are clinking around her sides, and reset the space. Maybe pat some of that water off of the face there and just tend to her.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I assist Hye-Yoon with that. Do I still sense the spirit or the undead or whatever?
It is gone.
In the end? Okay.
And Atak, if you're there, is there something you would like to do? guess you step away. All right. So
I
I will.
pick up my drum as well.
Um.
And
Yeah.
Pick it out, make sure it's not broken.
No respect for your instruments, man. All
I
right.
just got this today.
You can use my drum if you'd like.
All right. So we'll start in the courtyard as Kang-Dae confronts Lord Wan. He's standing there. He sees you coming. You see him breathing heavily, literally as if he's seen a ghost. And he's looking at you with terror. Did you do it? Is it gone?
This ain't over. And you got some explaining to do. Come with me. I drag him back towards the house.
All right. As you put hands on him, he kind of comes to and he kind of tries to wrench his arm anyway away from you and says, "Unhand me."
If you want to take this on by yourself, we're more than happy to leave. And you can face. Let me just check the name. Young June by yourself. Because he'll be back.
What do you mean? And he's just standing there getting drenched, talking to you. Byung Jun is dead. He's been dead for years. Why is he back?
I'm guessing he's holding a grudge against you from beyond the grave.
Me? We were the closest of friends. Why me?
I don't think he sees it that way. And either you tell us what's going on, or your wife can.
This makes no sense. And how dare you accuse me in my own home of anything? I invited you here to deal with that thing, and you stand here saying it is my fault?
Exactly.
You can see him fiddling around with a pouch at his belt, and he pulls out a number of coins. He takes one of them, a gold coin, and I don't know he holds it out to you. And if you do you hold your paw out to take it?
Is he trying to bribe me or just pay me? Is that
He's just trying.
here?
Yeah, he's trying to pay you.
I knock it out of his hand.
As his gold coin goes skittering across the muddy courtyard, he just looks at it and looks at you and says, "Get out! You failed. I should have known better than to trust Mudang."
Fail? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. But if you want to take your chances, I'll let my colleagues handle this, and I'll see what they say. I'll just go back and ask and tell them that you don't want our help.
And you can see him, Yon, and you can see the dwarf that Min is looking for kind of rush out from another building and kind of scamper across the courtyard and says, "Get these Mudang out of my home." And as he says the word Mudang, you can just see the disgust in his face as he says that.
Mudang derogatory.
Exactly.
This is definitely discrimination against Mudang.
And I'll say at this point in time, Min, you have reached the door and you can see the servant that you were looking for up in the courtyard with Lord Wan and Kang-Dae.
What did he say her name was?
Yeon, Y-E-O-N.
Yeon. Okay.
I go to I believe it's Min. I look at Min, it's like, pack it up. We're going home.
But we can't just go home. It's not over yet.
I kneel down. We're not going home. But it looks like we are.
Min nods like, "Oh yeah, I get it. This is intrigue." And then proceeds to sort of a little bit over dramatically, but sigh and get up their things.
Okay. Attack, now that you're back, while after the spirit left, your group kind of split up and chased after different people. What would you like to have done after the spirit leaves?
Are there any other are there any lingering spirits in the area? Because I want to be speech spirit wisp and ask them for a small favor.
Kang-Dae doesn't sense any other spirits around.
Then no. But if I would have saw the interaction outside of money getting sloshed around the mud, I'll just nonchalantly walk by and nick it.
All right, so you're out in the courtyard, picking up the gold coin in the that was tossed aside. Lord Wan looks at you, kind of curls up his nose at you and says, "Dokkaebi." He tosses you another gold coin.
And I catch it.
I'm shaking at my head at my fellow Mudong, just like,
And he says,
have some pride.
I'm very proudful. We did it. We cured the lady for one day. Imagine how much gold coins we'd get if we cured her indefinitely.
Is there any
Go ahead.
Are there any significant objects in this house? Before we leave.
Well, it is a nice place. It is Yangban's home. So there are some nice things about.
I'm looking for something that might be not necessarily expensive, but significant. I'm gonna try to do an object rating.
Okay.
Psychometric?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get back to you on that.
Darn it.
Okay. I'm going to move inside now, back into the room where Hye-Yoon is slowly gaining consciousness. And you can see her eyes flutter open, and you can see drool coming down her mouth, out of her mouth, as the last remnants of the water kind of escapes. She wakes up and just kind of...
I'm flipping through the page and I thought I did it right. What did I...
Can I assist with getting that just off of her face? Imagine I've got some sort of rag or cloth or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, you're awake.
It's all right.
She looks up at you and is he gone?
Your husband's gone, yes. -1 intelligence, people. -1 intelligence.
Me too.
Oh shit! How many people got -1 intelligence?
Dumps that. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, wisdom's the possession one usually.
It's actually a lot of it's actually bearing down on intelligence, though, if I look at the skills.
Well, listen, I'm mad. Not as an angry, but as a multi-ability dependent.
I am 1 day old, so mine's baked into my backstory.
That's fair. I am a tiger, so yes.
Anyway.
Right, so she's looking up at Hye-Yoon and says, No, I mean him. The spirit.
For the day. But I'm afraid he might probably will be returning. I know your system, everything has been through a lot, and I'm dabbing at her face as I do this and caretake. I'm afraid I must ask you for some information if you can spare it.
She lets out a little bit of a sigh and just, I was so hopeful that you would be able to help me, but
And we will.
You said
We're
a
working on
name. An Byung-jun? Is that anybody to you?
I've never met him in person, but it's a name someone my husband has mentioned from his past, a close friend of his, from what I recall.
Nice.
Insight check.
All right.
Guidance.
Is that a +4?
Yeah, go roll a d4. 15. She's woozy after having just woken up from her experience, a nightmare. But there are no signs of deceit on her. She is.
So he's good friends with, or used to be good friends with your husband?
Yes, they were apparently the best of friends. I'm not quite sure whatever happened to him. My husband just simply said he went away. I don't know if they had a falling out or not, but they just drifted apart, I guess.
Oh, that's sad. I wonder if that's got to do with it, why he wants to take him down.
Oh, is that who's been possessing me, giving me these horrible nightmares?
Yeah, you said that name. I would assume that's who's possessing you.
But why me? Well, why now?
That's a good question. I look back in my book. Why?
Can you? Yeah, as you're flipping through your book,
does our druid have insight proficiency? I feel like
I do
it.
have pretty good insight, but I think I want to ask her. Has anything changed about how long have you been having these nightmares?
It's been about a month now since the last full moon. It's always the same.
Tell me more.
I'm in a swamp, full moon above me, and I'm drowning. I can't breathe. I hear frogs. It's otherwise a very peaceful, calm night, but I'm
Do you
suffocating.
recognize the swamp? Do you recognize the swamp?
No, I don't.
Would you be able to tell me the business or work that your husband does, that Lord Juan takes to?
Well, he is Youngban of Yunsan. His responsibilities vary, but they are important. His work. He administers the town, oversees businesses, collects the taxes, things of that nature.
And do you remember, or perhaps has your husband mentioned to you the business or I know they were friends, but did they ever work together on Byung-jun and Lord Juan?
They did. They were close friends, both in and outside of work. They shared most aspects of their life, from what I understand. My husband only told me that it was a discussion they had, possibly about me, that sent him away.
What about?
Yeah.
My husband would not tell me any more than that.
Okay.
Where's
Was it
the husband?
He's still out in the courtyard with you guys, trying to get you guys. He's waiting for the guards to come to escort you guys all out.
I go out to the courtyard.
Oh, that's where you are there. That's where the gold coin was.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, so I didn't hear any of this. Never mind.
No.
Was it a nice conversation, or
I
did it
honestly
sound like they were happy?
don't know.
Conversation that sends a friend away is probably not one that went well.
He does
I would
speak
imagine.
fondly of him, though. Never has he said a harsh word about him.
How
Very
does Lord
professional.
One treat you? How are you guys doing?
He is a fair husband. He cares for me. He summoned you here upon my behest to help me with my problem, even though he is suspicious of Mudang.
That's fair. That's right there, chapter 1. Wudang are very nice, liked.
You see
Where did
some.
you even get this book?
My patron gave it to me.
Oh,
You
I
see
need
some
more.
servants at this point rush into the room and start tending to their lady. And one of them kind of tries to usher you up. She must rest now.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right. Yep.
Thank you for your answers and your time.
As she sees
I
you,
go around and take my papers back.
as she sees you preparing to leave, she sits up for a moment and just kind of pushes away her servants and says, "Will you try again? I don't know how much longer I can stand these nightmares."
Well, if your husband, I don't know where Min is at this point.
You're still out in the
Min, if you're
courtyard.
listening.
No, you're not there.
Oh, okay.
So where are we now?
If we're okay, if you want us back, we'll be back. I'd be happy to help you.
I just want these nightmares to end. I want this spirit to go away and leave me and my family in peace. Do what you must. I don't know what my husband has offered you in terms of reward, but I will ensure that you are paid well for your service. And you can stay at the Jumak in town, the town inn. Your expenses there will be covered.
Sweet.
Can you see an argument in the background in the courtyard? Just like
You guys hear raised voices in the background? Yes, probably at this point.
Yeah.
Min's just hanging half out the door. Scooby doing it, trying to gesture over to Jan, the servant.
Yeah. We'll do our best to be back swiftly. If you're not.
Thank you. And with that, the servants kind of shoo you out and close the doors behind you. And you're escorted back out into the court where you see the rest of them in a bit of a strange confrontation with Lord Wan. You see Atak scrambling around in the mud, picking up a gold coin.
I'm snarling at him.
Just
What's
like a really
going on
big
here?
guy.
Man.
What's happening, guys?
We're packing up. We're leaving. He doesn't want our help.
But she does.
Oh.
Well, if she wants our help, she'll come find us.
If she is able and well to, and her husband permits. Lord Juan, on our way out, would you mind if would you walk with me?
Can you make a persuasion check for me, please?
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I've got a -1 to charisma.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This. And then rolling extra die. Well, it's not going to... A D4 is not going to help that.
No. So what do you tell him? How do you try and convince him to walk with you? Because he's You can tell by look on his face. He
Heated.
doesn't. Yeah, he can't see the back of you guys fast enough.
I think I ask him to walk with me, and like as I get close, like more within conversation distance with him and not courtyard distance. Name that I had a conversation with your wife when she came to, and just wanted to share what we learned and what she asked of us.
No. No. You failed in your attempt to do what
Not
was
yet
asked.
succeeded. Not a fail. It's just a not yet success.
And then you accuse me of having something to do with it? As he passes a glance over at your friend, Kang-Dae.
I shrug.
Well, to be fair, it was the ghost who accused you.
So I don't know what that means. That
Maybe
man has
the
been...
ghost is wrong. Maybe the ghost is wrong. Maybe it's an illusion thing. We don't know. We
There's
just like
something
to
you're
have some
not
more
telling us.
information.
You're not telling us something, Lord.
She did mention a conversation the two of you had, you and this On Byung-jun.
I will not be questioned in my home by the likes of
Oh,
you.
it wasn't a question, it was just a statement.
Oh,
Yo.
it was a question.
Please escort our guests to the gate. And he can see he turns around and walks into the... And
You'll
Yom
come
is left
crawling
standing
back.
there.
You'll come crawling back.
Yom is standing there looking a little back and forth between all of you. Says, if you would, and she bows you, please follow me. As she tries to escort you back to the gate.
I go to Yoon and go,
As we
bow down and go, was that a question or a statement? I don't understand what just happened.
sometimes questions are statements, or statements are questions. Sorry,
It could
this
be-
isn't.
it-
I'm
it
not
could
be-
good
I
at
pull out
teaching.
I pull out a second book. It's more like a journal, and it just says on the cover, it says, "So you were just born," and I'm scribbling notes. Questions can be statements.
Where are you getting these books?
Sometimes you mention something.
And how are they not drenched?
I have a backpack.
Magic.
Fantasy.
Since I'm changing my character, can I just draw like a little picture and like leave it to give to Lord Juan and have it say like, "I'm sorry they accused you," and just pass that message off?
Mm-hmm.
And the picture will be of him with a sad face and the big old tiger dripping wet, looking at him sternly.
Does he have the gold in his hand right now? Does he have the gold in
Nope,
his hand?
nope, you don't know where it's at. It's in my prison wallet.
I'm just gonna chuck it back into the corner.
Can you make a
that man has
performance
such
check?
disdain for us. The
Attack.
disdain this man has for us is unruly.
Yeah.
Just let the spirit eat him alive.
All right, so your drawing is marginally better than a set of stickmen.
Working on it.
But good attempt. And you pass that off to Yon, the dwarf handmaiden.
Yeah, unless I was able to slip it to Lord Juan before he took off, but yeah.
Oh no, he would have been gone long before then.
I'll pass it off to.
Could we scare you into giving us information?
Who, me?
No, the servant.
Oh.
Yawn. Oh, yawn. There's,
She's
is she oh, by the way, Min starts with how long have you been working here?
Yes, I have been working here my entire life since I was a young girl.
And
Do you know
I
anything
being a dwarf,
Yeah.
I would know how long that is.
Uh,
Right.
Quite a long time. It would probably be
Yeah.
better part of like 50 years at least.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
served
yeah.
Lord One that whole time?
I did ever since he was a young man.
Did you ever
Um,
meet
ha-
this An Byung-jun?
Oh, my poor memory's not what it used to be. So many guests come and go.
Min just puts a hand on like
Insight
his
check.
knee.
Insight check.
Not happy with
We're-
this answer.
Supposedly very good friends. Yeah, I would also love to do an insight check.
Maybe a businessman. Can I attempt to persuade her to like think about this more?
I am going for the intimidation. I'll just roll for that.
All right.
Ah.
Can't just scare people.
17 for intimidation.
Oh no.
And 11 on
If
insight.
you don't, if you don't tell us, something bad's gonna happen.
See her.
No,
And what would the rest of you like to do when you hear this threat being uttered?
I'm not threatening anyone. I'm saying something bad.
You're definitely threatening.
It's gonna
Can
happen.
Can I give him disadvantage on this intimidation check by pulling his tail?
So, has the message been relayed that we are wanted back by
Lady.
Lee So-yeon?
Yeah, we mentioned it to him. He said no.
No. She wanted us to come back, not.
He's
Not
talking about a
him.
wife. Yeah.
So when Kang-Dae goes to intimidate, I'll step in. I'm like, hey, let's just recoup, and you get more with sugar than vinegar, and we'll come back to this. Just have the lady send for us tonight so we can try this again. She needs to convince her husband, and we'll come back. And we need to
He
recoup.
is- He's a shady man, and I don't trust him. He has no
He's not here.
spine.
No, but
He's
you
not
don't
here
have
though.
to take it out on the. You don't have
He's
to
not
take
here
it
though.
out
So
on-
let's come back.
Yeah.
She's got it. She wants us back. So we have a way to come back. Trust me, we got this. Plus 13
Fine.
intelligence.
I'm gonna
let's go back.
I'm just gonna sulk away and just go through the hallway.
And the beers are on me, and I just like hold up one of the gold coins.
Yay!
Tainted. I don't want it.
I've never had a beer. I'll try it.
Can you even drink beer?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Wow.
We'll get him a cup of dirt.
Meta
That'd be
says
the same.
no.
Hye-Yoon, you're what are you doing in all this while these guys are debating whether or not to intimidate this poor dwarf?
Gosh.
It wasn't intimidation. It was a warning. I was just warning her that.
That's what intimidation.
That's like that question that was a statement that was a question. I think as all of this is going down, and like once the conversation changes to like, can you even drink, and like that, the beers are on. Jiho here. I think I would have liked to have shared with everyone that the lady said we'd have accommodation at the place where she said we'd have accommodation. But just ask Yoon here, the little dwarf, that if the condition worsens much more, would you please find it in your heart, or in your service to Lord Wan and his beloved wife to fetch us.
She nods and says, I will pass on the message.
Sorry about the kitty. He's just grumpy all the time. I think it's because of the rain.
That's what we do very seriously.
All right. Whoops, I realized I just got kicked out of my game over here.
How Oh no.
God is good. There is no God.
There we go.
That's what you get for kicking us out of your house.
There we go. It says, well, I don't think Lord War would like me to speak with you anymore, but please have a good night. The Jumac is just down the road. You won't miss it.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
she closes the gate behind you, leaving you on the street. And you can easily see the Jumac down the road. It's the only building where you can hear the sounds of laughter and drinking happening. And just like
tavern music.
Yeah. There are some people, a lot of people just kind of sitting around outside. It's very simple, this one. All like the kitchen is outside, the dining area is outside, and these little rooms that you see in this building are mainly where you sleep. There's basically like less than small and like 8x8 type rooms, right? With mats and stuff that you can pull out to sleep in.
I head to like the dining area and ask for 100 mandu.
Wow, that's a lot of mantu.
Is that
question.
a lot? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, he is very big. But can we afford 100 mandu? Question. Can we take a break now? This seems
Yes.
like a good spot.
Sorry, yes.
Intermission.
We will be right back. Let's say 10, 15. How much time do you guys need?
5 minutes? 5 minutes?
I'll go for 10 minutes then.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. We'll be right back.
All right. Dwarf. Min is a dwarf.
Yeah.
Hye-Yoon is a like a deer centaur.
Yeah, the
Deer
Noru.
centaur.
Yeah.
Noru.
Yeah,
Noru.
Min should have a picture. And Min uses they them pronouns.
I got kicked out of my own game. Here we go. Back in again.
Oh, Min uses they them.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
And Jangseung's a Jangseung, which is like a
Mokujin from Tekken.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
Except he's made of stone, right?
Yeah, I'm a rock guy.
Not wood.
A rock Mokujin. Oh, we got two Mokujins, but I'm guessing
Moku is wood though, so he's not Moku. He's like Iwa. I don't know what
the correct term is.
Well, it's Korean, not Japanese.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he is what it says.
Atak's gonna change, so he'll probably become something else.
I'm definitely changing over to a bard. This group needs some intelligence and pizzazz, charisma.
We need that charisma.
I got
I'm charismatic.
I've got at least a positive intelligence modifier, though small.
Up here on this line, up here, everyone on this side of the line is like -1.
We gotta love those dump stats.
What else was I gonna dump?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna dump strength.
Well, you got a dwarf
sturdy.
An angry dwarf. You're actually quite a mellow dwarf, to be perfectly honest.
I'm not angry. I'm a monk.
Who says monks can't be angry?
This isn't this isn't Token. I'm not Gimli.
Right.
Dwarves are also the majority, so I'm like the version, like the human fighter of this party.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So we are all back. Thank you for joining us again. I just posted up a picture of Guan Boram. She is the proprietor of this Jumak. And upon receiving your request for 100 mandu, she just her jaw just drops, and says, "I'll be up all night. But I can have them ready for you for your breakfast if you like."
He kind of just goes, "What do you have now?"
Well, I have an assortment of meats and panchan, the kimchis and whatnot. If you like, I don't have 100 mandu. I'm sorry.
Nin is just got it. Came up behind and said, "Well, we'll have some barbecue and some rice and banchan
And beer.
and some
Go.
beer." Yeah,
Yes,
this one's paying.
make sure I have
barbecue.
I have soju too. I have an assortment if you like. Mekele, it's just if you like.
He nods.
My
I'll
mentor
take one
says
of
I
each,
shouldn't
please.
have.
So I look back across the table. It's like,
And I jump in. It's like, what do you mean I'm paying? The lady said all our stuff was taken care of.
Did she? Ben looks at
this. I look to the innkeeper. Lord
Yeah,
Wan's pay.
wasn't all this covered? This is all covered, right?
This is all on Lord
Or is
Wan's
it
bill.
just the bed, the resting, the sleeping? Was that covered? The food wasn't covered.
Well, usually, if you stay at an inn, there'll be some deal with the food. Usually, you pay for.
Yeah, I'll
just
look
pay
at the
for the
proprietor.
stay in general.
This
Well,
is all covered,
I don't
right?
think they'll give you 100 mandu, but
No.
It's Lord Wan's paying for everything. That's all you need to know.
He looks at you a little and says, did he give you anything? Typically, if he has guests stay at my jumak, he offers like a token or something, a symbol that he will pay. Did you have that?
I hand her 1 gold. I was like, will this cover it?
Do we have letters of when he requested our services?
No, you do not have letters. You were summoned there by
by Songji-hoo. I don't think he wanted to leave a paper trail. He doesn't seem to like people like us.
He wants to wash his hands of us completely.
But his wife said our stay was covered. I hand her the 2nd gold and kind of grin. Does this cover it?
Oh, most certainly. With these 2 gold coins, your stay for the next. How many of you are there? She's doing math in her head. You'll be here. You'll be good for the week with these 2 coins.
Oh, we only need half the week, and I take 1 back.
Her mouth kind of dropped, and she's reaching for the other one, the coin that you took back. But if you want 100 mandu,
I didn't order that. No, thank you. And just
I take the coin, and give it back to her. Mandu.
Ben is tired of
we'll take the one of everything, as my stone friend had requested. Pat. The one of everything, 1 gold.
All right. She tucks the gold coin away. Does she have 2 of them now, or did you, or just the 1? Just want to verify how much she has.
That can be only 1.
Only 1. Okay. All right, so she has the 1 gold coin. And
give
she
her
looks.
I give her a gold coin from my own small meager savings and 100 mandu.
Most certainly, master. And she scurries away to get you your food, your soju, your mekju, everything you guys could want, eat, and drink tonight. You guys are having quite a feast out there.
This looks
I'm-
so good. What do we
I'm
do with
drunk.
this?
You put it in your mouth.
Put it in, okay. I take like a pickled one of those pickled bean sprouts, and I put it in my mouth, and it just falls out of my mouth because
Oh,
I don't
no.
have
Can
an
you-
inside digestive system. Like, it didn't-
Mid looks
is this how this works? Yours went
Correct.
inside. Mine.
It eventually comes out. You're just faster at it.
Okay. I think my Hananim would like this, so I'm gonna go look for a Princess Bari shrine and make my offering as part of the Jangseung trait, the rite of consecration. So I'm offering food to perform a ritual as my long rest.
Excellent. Okay, that's great.
And I look at the. So I want to show y'all something. Where's is Kang-Dae here? I don't.
Right here.
Am I not seeing the camera?
Yeah, Video Ninja's acting a little strangely. Like, I don't see you, Keiffxr.
I'm right here.
Oh.
But I see you in the stream, so it's just kind of weird.
So I want to show y'all something, and then I turn into a book for my Dokkaebi ability, and I reiterate to everybody, and then I turn back out of a book as a bonus action, and I'll tell everybody we can get the information we want through reconnaissance and subterfuge. Like, we can just go in and like cause a distraction, and then I'll be a book in his study and try to pick up on something. Like, we got like 1 or 2 more nights of this. We just got to convince him we need more than one go at it, right?
I mean,
He'll freak out again, the ghost will come out, and instead of like pissing everybody off and them kicking us out, it'll be like, okay, yeah, come back tomorrow, but we'll already be there listening. Like, you just hide. We can hide in plain sight.
so 10 sojus deep, 10 soju bottles deep. You want to become a book.
Anybody?
How long can you be a book?
This is meta. Let me go look. I think until I drop to 0 hit points. Let me check.
That's
And
actually your natural state.
Yeah.
Are you gonna haunt him as a book?
Yeah, we're good. Forever. Unless I'm suspect.
So you're gonna haunt him as a book.
Here's the thing about Yongbon. They know all about tax codes and poetry and which emperor ascended to the throne when, but most of them can't see like 3 feet in front of their noses. So I think if we want information in this town, we're going to have to ask the other, like, the people who actually are doing the work.
I get that, but our way of asking may need to be adjusted. Because the way we're asking now is getting us kicked out.
Well,
we just don't let him in.
What are you saying?
Oh, everyone's got to be there. We're supposed to do this together. Everyone's got to be there. Just we gotta
Yeah.
We gotta massage it in, like make them think it's their idea
Have
that
you
they're telling us
tried
too much.
meditation? Min just looks like I can teach you some breathing techniques to help you sort of work through your anger and like feel it and let it drain away.
Look,
No, you have to breathe in. Just with your mouth.
Jangseung, as you're making your gesture, your
I'll
offering,
work on it.
you hear footsteps approaching. And you look up and you see a figure approach, long black hanbok with kind of like a red lining. It's got the guts, the black hat with the top and wearing beads. The figure lifts his head and looks at you. And you recognize her immediately as Song Ji-woo.
Amani.
I bow.
Says,
I bow deeply.
Deeper bow.
she takes a look at your offering and smiles and says, "Well
What do you
done.
think?
Not bad for your first day."
We're
I mean,
100 manju.
I mean, I failed. I feel bad. I'm 0 for 1 right now, but I think we can. If they let us back, I think we can do better.
This is what I wanted to talk to you and your fellow Bear Clan members about. Where are the rest of your...
Oh, they're inside. Here, follow me.
All right. She follows you back to the Jumak. And the rest of you see your friend being followed by...
Guys, it's Emma.
Wow,
I
this
stand
is
up.
your mom.
I stand up and just like
Yeah.
wipe the
Min also
wipe the
stands
sauce
up.
off the face.
I pull out a chair for her.
All right. She nods, bows at you, and sits down, and looks upon all of you and says, typically, you know that when you see her, normal people, when they see her, it means it's their time to pass into the next world.
I don't notice any of that.
But she just sits down, pulls out a pipe, and starts packing it. And as she does so, she just kind of looks at you and, do not worry, it is not your time yet. Be at ease. I'm here on clan business.
I'm looking around to make sure it's okay that she's smoking inside.
We're not inside though.
Oh, no, you guys are...
It's an outside dining area. I assume it's covered though, because it is raining.
Yeah.
It's like a shade.
And as she draws from the pipe and blows out a long, slow stream of smoke, you all smell. It smells like moss and wet dirt when the smell of her pipe.
The earthy stuff.
So how did it go tonight?
I'm smiling.
I look sheepishly away.
Min looks
Perhaps
sort
got
of
better.
at their feet. Yeah. I mean, it could have been worse.
That's
He doesn't
true.
He doesn't want our help.
He doesn't want his help.
No, he said all Mudan because he discriminates against the Mudan and our ways.
I mean, if I were in his shoes and I brought in people I didn't really trust to do something very important with someone I care deeply about and they didn't do it, I'd probably have a lot of feelings.
Well, he's also potentially a murderer.
Well, or
You
it
saw
could have
You
been.
saw how nervous he was.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't murder so much as he
Betrayal.
screwed this other person over, and which led to them dying in a swamp.
Well,
I wonder.
never said murder. I just said it's his fault.
But you just said murder.
Well, that's why I'm thinking in my head. But
Oh,
I never said murder directly to him.
But you offended him in his house that he invited us in. And
I
that's
just
what
want-
we
Just want answers. Straight to the source.
I mean,
we got a massage. We'll get the answers.
Massage.
I
Yes.
appreciate your
Massage.
directness, Master Sangun, but like, I don't think it worked threatening him. That is, so we're gonna have to go about this another way. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's dance around the issue until someone dies.
that's
My
far.
dear,
It didn't go well.
I gather that.
Yeah.
And it seems as though you have a difference of opinions as how to proceed from here. As newly ordained Mudang, you will come up against resistance such as this, those who do not believe or perhaps do not even want your help, despite the fact that they do need it. And it is a careful path to navigate, where you can do your job and not offend. That being yes.
Sorry, question. I'm not as aware as Jangseung is about the proper priority for exorcism. If we found this spirit's remains and gave it a proper funeral, would that help them pass? Or do we have to exorcise them, I guess, the traditional way?
There are a number of ways to deal with Akryung, which is what you are facing now, a restless spirit who refuses to pass on. One who is trapped on this world by their hatred and their sense of vengeance. What you describe is a possibility of one way to appease this spirit. Another is to destroy it. Another is to exact the justice that it seeks.
Justice sounds good.
So the spirit said to bury him, that it wants to bury him. Do we do that, guys?
I don't.
What, we're going to bury Lord Wan?
I don't think we have the that seems like a little much. I mean, his wife seems very nice, and I think she would be pretty distressed if we did that.
Oh,
She doesn't need to know.
That makes sense.
I should let you know, as members of the Black Bear Clan, murder is not a method we condone.
Is it murder if it's justice?
Justice is a concept, in this particular case, dealt best by the magistrates of this world, and not for you to met out as both judge and executioner.
It's true, we're not cops.
I hate these human laws.
Hey, they're not human laws. Taurus made them too.
I take out my journal
Also,
and say,
so did
"Don't
the mandate
kill
of
'em."
heaven.
Fine. I yield to your rules.
Now, I'm not saying Lord Juan's innocent, but we lack the information to outright accuse him in his own home. So we go back and get the information we need to find the right answer. So look at it this way. What if this spirit loved this girl and Lord Juan knew about it? And Lord Juan wasn't having it, so he ended up wooing this girl, and this guy offed himself and blames him. We don't know the situation. We can't take the spirit's word on it. We're supposed to help in the past. So we need more information, and I think she may know more than she's telling us. But we also can't accuse her. So, book technique! Not really,
I
just
think
that route.
So
perhaps a
how
lot of
will you
information
being
obscured.
how will you being a book help us get more information?
You don't think he talks in his study? I'll be able to observe what's going on while we're not there, but that's just one way.
Wait, you turn into a book?
He'd-
Oh, do I have to? I don't know if I have to have a long rest.
Do it. I want to
He
see.
just did it. He did it earlier.
I turned into a book again.
Whoa!
Please don't pick me up and hurt me.
There's nothing inside.
What if he what if
I
he
pick you
tries
up
to pick
and
you
I-
up and
Rip it open. Do you die if I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you just go back and
Depends. If the object's destroyed, it needs true resurrection to bring me back.
okay, never mind. I don't do that.
I turn back into double king. I'm like, yeah, don't do that.
it's Dokkaebi. I have to correct that because you keep saying what sounds like tteokbokki, which is a rice cake, spicy rice cakes.
I can be a spicy rice cake. I changed my mind. I'm not a book because I'm supposed to pick it when I create my character. I want to change into a spicy rice cake every time I do that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Jihu is observing you guys, just kind of throwing out ideas, and as she draws from her pipe again, and the smell of the pungent smell of moss and soil and fungus, and just kind of, it almost smells like you're in a grave. Is what the closest thing that you can think of when you smell the pipe that she smokes. Says, you cannot return to Lord Juan's home just yet. You are certainly not welcome.
You made that pretty clear, yeah.
So my advice for you would be to lay low for a little while. And in the meantime, I do have some other tasks for you to do. And while you perform these tasks, I will look around a little myself.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Did you turn up at times of when it's time to pass on, or you haven't? Obviously, you can't. You don't ferry on those who have lingered. But did you ever meet this restless spirit at any point when you tried to ferry him away?
No, I did not.
All right. Well, I look forward to your guidance.
Well, you see, Noon-san, there are other disturbances where the lady is experiencing nightmares and possessions on a frequent basis. There are other puzzling happenings about town which I would like you to investigate.
Sure thing, Emma.
Hold on, I just have to make sure. Yes, I'm still here. All right. Tomorrow, you will meet someone in a birch grove just outside of town. She will have further instructions for you. But as I
Okay.
suggest you rest tonight. You have a busy day ahead of you tomorrow.
What's her name?
Her name is Pak Young-sun. So have a good rest tonight. Enjoy your soju and your meal. And when you
I tried,
have...
but it didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong, but
Okay. Grove. Okay, yes, I will. This window here. Jangseung. Oh, wrong keyboard. In the meantime, please stay away from the magistrate, from the young bun. Lord One, we do not want to raise any more trouble, lest he interfere with the other work I have asked you to do. And with that, she gets to her feet, dumps out her pipe, tucks it away, gives you a slight bow. Waits for all of you to bow back.
Yeah. Min
Smile.
practically goes forehead on the table.
Smiles, and then walks away into the darkness.
Wow, she's so cool. That's your mom?
right? That's what I'm saying. I think she's my mom. She's the first one I met.
Wow. I mean, my mom's pretty great, but she's not that cool.
All right. So is there anything
I
else you
think-
guys would like to do tonight?
Actually, I should probably not. I want to ask the improprietist at some point. Probably when she's not having to make 100 mandu. If she's ever hosted someone named on
I'm
Young.
Park. I'm being June.
On Byung-jun, yeah.
Okay, you find her. She's not that far off. I mean, this is not a big place, and she's kind of found a little space off to one side where she's starting to roll out the mandu wraps, and she can see her sweating and just rolling. And then you see off to one side, you see all the ingredients for the meat filling. Just kind of
help.
no.
Help?
You said no. Go.
Oh.
You and she can see she's going to be up all night making these mandu.
Yeah, that's what I why I figured I might want to ask her at some other point when her mind is more like free of other worries.
Okay.
Never mind. I go to bed.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything tonight, or is just otherwise you'll get in the long rest?
I just get some shots in and around this place. Stretch my legs a little bit more before bed.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you just want to get a constitutional in?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've moved really fast at all, and I miss it.
Nice. All right. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Gladly. Okay. Perception.
Wow, natural 20. First of the game.
20
Finally.
My eyes
Nicely
are
done.
peeled.
All right.
Fighting.
Can you describe like where you want to run? Are you staying in the village? Are you going like into the farmlands or into the forest? Where are you going?
I don't want to stray too far, so I think maybe if I could just like circle the village proper, not in the main road, so I'm not bothering anyone or being too loud, but
Okay.
not too far from where we're at.
All right. As you're making your round about this town, you come to an area that borders a forest. And at this time of night, you did the exorcism at midnight. So this is like really about 2 o'clock in the morning right now, 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like dead of night. But as you're galloping, I don't know if that's a better word, around town, near this forest, you hear what sounds to be vicious snarls and chasing of animals through the underbrush, like some poor creature is running for its life, and he's just like thrashing of branches and leaves and bush, and something feral and nasty and growling is chasing it.
Yikes. Ooh. I don't want to get tied up in this, but I also know what it's like to run for your life. Can I do like a sort of like survival or nature? I'm curious how close this is to me, really.
All right, roll either of those if you like.
Let's do the one I'm good at. Actually, they might be the same. They're the same. Let's do survival. It's a 13.
All right, so it is pretty far in the distance. It's just because you got that natural 20, really, that you can really hear what's going on. That is a chase situation that's happening. But with the combination of the perception and survival, I'll say it sounds very similar to like a deer being chased. Since you are one yourself, you're familiar with that noise of running through the forest, being chased. But this creature that's behind it, it grunts, it snarls. It's not a wolf. It could be it's some other manner of beast.
I am not close enough to really do anything without endangering myself in this moment. Damn. If you hadn't said it was a deer, Andrew, oh my gosh. We're like cousins. Damn. I want to hold and see if I can see it like break through the forest line.
Go ahead and make another. Did you try to approach a little closer so you get a better view, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make another perception check.
Do Noru have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll be at disadvantage because it is dark.
Sorry.
Perception at disadvantage.
Yeah, because you are trying to use your sight in the dark, it will be a disadvantage. All right. Unfortunately, you don't see anything. They're probably too far into the forest for you to see from where you are.
No way. I think I'll just say a little prayer for them then, and return back to the group that I know I can do some help with. Some things are outside of my control, no matter how fast you can be.
All right. So you return. Does anyone else want to do anything that night, or are you just gonna crash while you have the chance? Because it is 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'll just camp out on top of the roof.
You can see you can see the poor innkeeper just looking up at you as you're doing this, as she's rolling out your mandu.
I'm just
God,
like on the roof
this
above
woman.
her where she makes the mandu.
Okay.
Almost like it guarding the mandu.
God.
Poor woman. All right. Anyone else
I
want to do
Are you
I
sure?
just look up at him. I just look up at him at the roof and just mutter to myself, "Man, Hyung goes hard." And I go back to my shrine, doing my rite of consecration.
And Attack, are you just gonna sleep the night away? All right. So morning comes, and you wipe the sleep from your eyes and wake up to the sounds of chirping birds. The rain has gone. It's clear, beautiful blue sky. You can hear the sounds of the village waking up. And is there anything you'd like to do before you make out to the birch grove to meet your rendezvous?
He's gonna eat his 100 mandu.
I'll
That's true.
eat 50. I'll bag the other 50.
All right, that is true. You do see the innkeeper who has not slept all night. Has kind of this pile of mandu that she has steamed for you, and is kind of groggily, like sort of to bows deeply. You can see that she almost stumbles as she bows because she's so tired.
I also bow deeply and then partake in the mandu. So it's
I
like
think-
real, it's in like almost like a box, and I pop it like popcorn. The mandu.
Min is doing like some morning exercises, going through like some
Calisthenics.
calisthenics
Stretch group.
and some martial arts forms, some stretches, and just stops for a minute to watch in absolute awe as like as
Kang-Dae wolfs down plates full of mandu.
or tigers down rather.
Mhm.
I look back at the dwarf and it's like I kind of offer like gesture.
I take one. I mean, thanks. Well, once enough. Man.
It's really good. It's good. It's it's really fresh.
Yeah. I thought my cousin ate a lot.
You can see that the innkeeper's just kind of busy. She served you your mandu. She's exhausted, but she's trying to clean up the area a little bit after your meal last night. There's little balls of
Min
soju.
tries to surreptitiously help.
And she just slaps your hand. No.
It's okay. Like, as part of my training, I help around the village.
No, you're a guest. You're a guest. Go. And she shoos you away.
With the broom. Yeah.
All right. So you guys head to the grove then.
Yep,
Gotta
I
look
see
at-
everybody walking out, and then I join the group.
I was on day 2.
Mm-hmm. Day 2. 2 days old.
Woo!
Twice as old as you were yesterday.
Man, I'm feeling it, guys.
Really?
I'm feeling it.
All right. It's not very far out of town, this little grove of birch trees. And you see standing there this woman, an elf, clearly. And she has this bewildered look on her face. As she's looking down at the ground, and you see there a box of shoes. And it's kind of like straw shoes, just kind of laying on the ground here. And she's staring at them, not moving.
Hello.
Hi, are you Park Yeon-sun?
You approach, she does not take her eyes off the shoes, and she just shushes you, just Psh! Watch.
I walk up next to her and just stare down at the shoes with her.
I guess I also watch the shoes.
I
Alright.
hear, what are we watching for?
Can you each make a perception check?
My favorite.
I'm gonna give guidance to myself.
Wow.
Fighting.
Ooh, that's more like it. That's I believe it's with my wisdom and proficiency. It is a 21.
All right. So, actually, three of you, Jangseung and
I'm
Hye-Yoon
closest to the
and
ground, so I see it the best.
and Min. Unfortunately, Kang-Dae is maybe feeling a little bit of indigestion, not paying too close attention.
I'm doing the kimchi squat down. That's how I got
I'm
my
just
neck.
distracted. I'm trying to eat all this mandu.
The three of you see something truly bizarre. You see a pair of straw sandals emerge from this box of its own accord, kind of slither out, and then blink out of existence. And it's just, did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
What are you looking
Were
at?
those shoes?
I just bought them this morning, and they disappear on. You can just see the frustration on her face. But you've seen it. I'm not going crazy.
Is that
No.
not normal? I don't know.
I
I don't
have
wear
bought
shoes.
No,
shoes.
no. Shoes don't just don't disappear, and they're not supposed to walk by themselves.
I
I
have
write that in my
bought
journal.
I bought pairs of shoes from this cobbler every day this week, and every day the shoes do that. They just vanish.
Have you talked to the cobbler about it?
He claims that I'm just being absent-minded and losing them, and he sells me another pair.
Maybe it's a scam?
There's no
She-
like exchange.
Please don't threaten.
Can I Arcana check the box they walked out of?
Yeah, sure. Yep. Yeah, looks like a plain old box.
Oh, can I attempt to use my psychometry on the box?
That's a good call.
Sure. Can you describe what that does?
I have to find it in this. I should really. Okay, I'll next session. I don't know how to spell psychometry. Psychometric. Okay, there's only one. I think you find, Jewel. By touching an object, you can read psychic impressions left on objects by the previous owners. Any lingering significant emotional resonance attached to them. So, like, just feelings, basically. And I can spend 1 minute concentrating to get a vision of the face of the person who imbued the item with the emotion in the first place.
Okay.
And if it's a painfully negative emotion, I take 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay. Do you have to roll anything for this?
No, it's just, I think it has to be something that has some sort of emotional attachment to it.
Okay.
I can't just read any old object. So
Right.
I might just get nothing if it's not a beloved box.
Yeah, no, this is nope, nothing about it.
Okay, can I do a carpenter's check to like see if there's anything about
Sure.
it that's weird?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Proficiency, probably just proficiency.
Mhm.
17.
17. No, it's a pretty standard box. Nothing special about it. But as you look at it, there is inside of it another pair of straw shoes that you see just blink out of existence before your very eyes as you're looking into this box.
What'd you see?
Well, there was another pair of shoes. Do they just produce?
This is young son speaking. He says, I just bought 3 pairs this morning. One already disappeared before you arrived. You saw one pair, and then the last one. They're all gone. They're all gone. I just bought them this morning. I'm not going crazy.
Hey, do you think? No, you're not going crazy.
Yeah, I just
Think
learned
about
shoes
this.
don't do that. I just learned shoes don't do that. So, and I saw what you saw.
I don't have.
So they shouldn't be doing that.
Maybe could we ask other people who've had shoes from this cobbler? See if they're.
If you want, or you can go talk to. There's a mosquito in my house. Like -10 outside, and there's a mosquito here. Weird.
Might be breeding in your house plants.
Possibly. No. Go talk to the cobbler. He won't listen to me anymore. I've accused him of being a cheat. He's got some sort of scam going. I'm sure of it. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Can you show us where he is?
I can take you to him.
Yeah.
Please.
And we can back you up too, because we saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. And she picks up her box and marches straight back into town.
We will sort him out for you.
All right.
Min's just like, oh no, we're going to. Sorry, Mr. Kang-Dae. Sorry,
Kang-Dae is fine.
I'm
probably
Kang-Dae.
younger than you.
I mean, I'm pretty young too. I'm 30, so.
21.
Well, it's different with dwarves, trust me.
Okay. So, like, we're the same?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't have to address you with honorifics.
But I respect
anyway,
the warrior.
I don't know if I'm a warrior, and at least not yet. I haven't really done anything. Well, I haven't really fought for anything that matters yet, so I wouldn't consider myself a warrior until then. But I don't think you should threaten to bodily harm this man.
I'm not threatening. You saw the shoes disappear. Clearly, he's selling shoes, making them disappear.
Yeah, but
therefore, this cobbler is stealing money.
Not necessarily. There could be mischievous. Actually, hey, can you turn into a shoe? I look at Jiho.
I also look at him.
I think Kang-Dae has got this one. Just go deal with cobbler. We'll watch.
The shoe. We had a shoe idea.
I can only change into a book. But I think you got this one because this isn't a part of the main objective that we were given. So let's work on what we tried to do, and if you mess up, it's okay. And I just kind of step back and watch.
Min just shoots him. Come on, look.
Kang-Dae looks at me and is like, I will attempt the way of the coward with words.
Just wait till I get my movement speed up. I'm gonna cause a shitstorm for the party and just be like, deuces, I'm out.
Uh-oh.
We'll do it your way.
I mean, I'm gonna get movement speed too. Just wait. I won't be the slowest member of this party forever.
All right. So Jangseung has escorted you to a row of merchant stalls in one end of town, where you reach a small open shack with a sheet sprawled out in front, lined with Egyptian shoes woven from straw meant for houseware. You see inside the shack more expensive footwear, ones that are colored with colored designs and whatnot, sitting on shelves inside on top of lacquerware boxes. You see the cobbler, who I put up in the chat there. He sees you approach and he bows to you and says, "Ah, good people. Are you here to buy some shoes? I have the best shoes in town, a wide assortment. Anything you would like."
We're looking for particular shoes, ones that disappear.
And they shouldn't, because shoes don't do that.
He looks past you and sees Jangseung with you and says, "Oh, her again. She keeps losing shoes and blames it on me."
Has any other of your customers who bought what are the straw shoes called?
Straw sandals? What are they?
Egyptian?
Yeah, the housework Egyptian. Have any of your other customers who bought Egyptian complained?
No,
or is it just her?
It is only her, and he's pointing a finger at her. You brought your friends to cause trouble. I'll have none of that. If you want to buy shoes, buy shoes or leave, please.
Oh, sure. I'll take a pair. If you could box it up.
The box is extra.
Okay.
No.
It's
extra.
okay.
No extra. Just the shoes.
You want the shoes?
I'm a guild artisan. I know how to haggle. How much extra?
Well, do you want a nice lacquered box here? Or I have some with mother of pearl inlays, or I can just give you a normal raw box if you like.
Fancy boxes.
What is the box she have?
It's just a simple one. Very simple.
Well, I'll take a simple one, I think.
We have our own box. We could just use her box. Right?
No. I'm doing a test.
Okay. If it's just a normal box, then I'll give you that for free. How many pairs of Egyptian would you like? And he looks at your feet for a moment and says, "I think I have a pair your size."
Just one pair.
Very good. He pulls out a pair and he says, "That'll be 2 copper."
Okay. Min takes out a nice looking purse and produces a silver. Do you have change?
No, I don't. But perhaps you would like to take some more Egyptian with you.
That's a
Do you have
lot of
anything for
Egyptian.
hooves?
For hooves? Yes. I do, in fact. Those are a little bit more pricey, though. They are a unique fit. I do not have many customers of your kind here. That will be 1 silver per pair, and of course you will have to take 2 pairs, so that'll be 2 silver.
Oh, I only want them for the front.
Only for the front. Okay. That's you can see a little look of bewilderment on his face, but I can sell you 1 pair. They do come in sets of 4 for folk like you, but I mean, I could take 2 away. I'll have to charge you
No,
the same amount,
it's
though.
all right. It's all right.
Okay, do you have copper? Because you can pay for mine, which are 2 copper, and I'll spot you 2 silver.
I think I do.
It's no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
We pay for our shoes.
I write in my journal, Noru only needs front pair, but get 2 pair. Does not seem right? Question mark.
They're getting swindled.
And the cobbler looks over at Atak and notices that you're not wearing shoes. Then he pauses for a moment and sees you though and says, "Why don't you wear any shoes?"
I don't require them.
You don't require.
Take a box though. How much for a box?
Oh, I can give you a simple box for free, but I mean,
Okay, I'll take 2. And then I put them on my feet and kind of shuffle around like I got slippers. And then
God.
I get like 5 feet away from, like I'm doing a little circle and I'm walking about 5 feet. I'm like, nah. And I kick them off and I'm just like, I don't need them.
you ruined 2 perfectly good boxes.
But they were my boxes and you gave them to me for free.
We're not going to be allowed at any spot in this town.
He looks at Kang-Dae and says, "And how about you, good sir? Would you like a pair of shoes? I have some that will fit a Sangun like yourself." But as he's talking to you, you can see that he's continuously watching Atak out of the corner of his eye.
No, I like to feel the earth beneath my feet. I can sense most subtle variations without shoes.
Of course, I would never deign to disagree with Sangun. Of course, and how about you? And he just kind of trails off when he talks to you, Jangseung. You don't need shoes, do you?
Do I need shoes? Is that a thing?
I look at him and go, "You don't need shoes, bro."
I'm just shaking my head and I'm like, remember the food? Doesn't work for you.
Okay. Thanks, Young.
Yeah. I mean, they've sculpted some whoever he's a little too young to learn about this.
And you can hear Jangseung like whispering to you, Hye-Yoon, "Why are you buying shoes from this crook?"
Test.
Well, I noticed sometimes. Well, I think Min is doing a test. I don't have a pair yet, and sometimes people, and when we go to places, they wear them, and I want to make sure I'm doing whatever I need to put people at ease. So if that's putting something on my hooves and it doesn't bother me too much, I'll put them on to take them off.
Why do you handcuff your feet when you can run faster without them?
That's a much longer conversation. But for now, let's just say that I'm collecting them. And you guys will all notice that Hye-Yoon has not put them on, but instead has just like taken the box and strapped it to her side.
I got a quick question. You said he looked past everybody and was watching me. Was that like is he stealing something kind of thing? Like, did I pick up that he was... Okay, so now I'm offended and I think that's a little racist to be just targeting the goblin guy. So now, if I picked up on that, I'm touching every fucking thing and like shuffling about to make it look like I might be stealing, but I'm not stealing anything, but I'm just kind of touching like, oh, what's this? So he's got to keep paying attention to me while he's talking to everybody.
Can you make a perception check for me, please? With advantage. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Caught up in the moment.
He's too distracted with the boxes.
Okay.
I was wondering though if I could use. Oh, it's like the spirit sensitivity one. Trying to find it on here.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, you did it earlier.
Yeah, Celestials, Fiends, or the Undead must succeed on a stealth check against your passive perception within 60 feet of you. On a failure, the GM tells you in secret that a creature of one of the 3 types is nearby. Mine is 12.
Like a false positive. All right. There is nothing.
Not me.
I'll just tell you right off that there's no spirit sense here.
And
Mhm.
But
nothing on Park?
no. But Atak. As you're wandering around the store, touching everything, next moment you don't know when this happened or how, but you are now wearing a pair of Egyptian. And the cobbler turns to you and says, "Thief, you haven't paid for those yet." And he picks up a broom.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened?
I'm gonna take the shoes off and say I don't want them and throw them back down.
Well, that's where we're going to end tonight, guys.
We're gonna go fight a cobbler.
You're going to fight a cobbler over some straw shoes.
Shoes.
My intention wasn't to steal anything. I was just gonna make him.
No. Something.
What did you do?
something,
Typical
something
goblin.
is funky.
Typical goblin.
Okay.
All right.
I know I was being racist. I was gonna give a reason to watch me.
This is
all right.
self-fulfilling prophecy, man.
This place has a stop and frisk policy, apparently.
Apparently. So quick, I just wanted to go through you guys again to give yourselves a quick outro, because especially, I'm sorry, Shawk, I forgot to hit the record button when you started. So, if you just want to say your name again and your socials before we sign out, that'd be great. Shawk?
Yeah, I don't think I've got any main game socials out right now, but my handle is Shawk and my name is Sydney.
Hey, thank you. Bryan.
Bryan, my socials on X is Clonus1313, CLONUS13. I have terrible branding. I picked up all these accounts before this was a thing. Instagram, Bryan Chung13 on there. But yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I'm just going to go across the bottom. William. Oh, sorry, Wilson. Sorry.
Either way, it's pretty much Will or old variations of that. But yeah, I got no tags or socials.
Okay.
Just keeping that low market footprint, and yeah, playing the Sangun Hamdangke.
Right. And you are in UK, are you not?
I am, and it is I believe it's like 4 a.m. here, but
Wow.
making it work,
It's like the actual time our characters were playing.
Exactly.
This.
Exactly. It's I'm keeping it like thematically correct.
It's method
yeah.
playing, actual playing.
Method playing.
Yeah, it's going
Cool.
well.
I'm glad you could join us. Thanks. And Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. Actually, you can find me on X at Bread and Reptiles with the and symbol, I believe. I also don't have branding. Maybe I'll get a blue sky eventually, who knows. And I am playing Mian, the dwarf monk.
Cool. Thank you very much. And last but not least, Keiffxr.
Yep. Keiffxr, same thing on every social you want to find. Variety streamer. And I am playing Atak Jiho, the goblin from the inner city who gets targeted as a shoe thief.
Yep. And that's going to stick with you this entire campaign.
Oh no.
All right.
Not unless I die.
All right. Thanks.
Gonna
And I'm
do
Andrew.
that.
Now it's like rip you open as a book.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This is
Thinking for one of my
going to be a
books.
long campaign, man. All right. And I'm Andrew at The Real MacGuffin on Blue Sky and Twitch and YouTube. Same thing. But thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll probably end a little earlier. I know this is super late for a UK player.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I start, my schedule's weird, so this is like I run other games at this hour. So
This is how he gets into his misanthropic
yeah.
identity.
I'm like crepuscular in nature.
Damn, that's to be young again. Okay.
Yeah, I am not. My character is though.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you here in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.